Hello and welcome to the channel. And for today's video we will be checking out this custom that I made of the Hasbro G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes. And as you can see, the custom and that I chose to do, the approach that I chose to do on this guy is to give him a look similar to his look in the Sunbow cartoon, right, from the 80s, with the purplish ninja suit. And yeah, it's I'm pretty sure that eventually with the current retro series that Hasbro is putting out for the classified series, they'll eventually release one in this color scheme, right? Just to go with the Storm Shadow that was released or will be released shortly as of this date. But I found the figure on Amazon on discount. It's something that I was contemplating for a while. I actually have two Snake Eyes. So I got the first one, when it first released, however it was over close to 2 years now. And this is a second one, and with the specific purpose, right, of customizing him in the cartoon look. And speaking of the other one, so let me just bring in the other one that I have. So this is the original, how the figure came, right, and all in black. Excuse me. So yeah, pretty much went from all black to all purple. We'll make some comparisons along the way, specifically for like the accessories and everything. But yeah, this is that was a pretty quick comparison. So let's get a closer look here, so you can see some of the details. Again, it's a pretty simple custom, because basically all I had to do was repaint the entire body in purple. It's not really a purple, it's not like the same color as on the cartoon. This is a little more on the grayish side. I don't know how it's coming off on camera. I think you can tell that it's like a purplish color. If you compare the look from like from the cartoon, that was really leaning on the purple. This is more, like I said, leaning on purple, going on, hinting on gray a little bit. And basically what I did is just keep the accessories, like the holsters and the pouches and everything, black, because that's pretty much the look that he had in the cartoon. He had the purple suit with the straps and everything in black, and the pouches were gray, and the grenades, right? So that's basically the look that I was going for. So one of the things that I try to take a look at when customizing this guy is this strap that he has on his chest, this harness, you could say. It when you remove it, underneath it's pretty much like an indentation on the body itself. So it leaves him with like if you were to remove the harness, it like it goes concave pretty much, right? So I was thinking, okay, maybe I can remove this and just keep everything, because I obviously didn't know how it was gonna look underneath, and just keep it all like smooth. But once I removed it, I was like, oh no, that's gonna look bad. So and plus it came off with the collar piece, so it just looked weird. So I said, okay, well, let's just keep it on, because again, this was not part of the look of the original on the cartoon, right? This is added gear, and so I decided to just repaint everything, and keep the Arashikage symbol. I just covered it up, and kept that intact. So some of the things that I also did on this guy is, again, the visor is not 100% accurate to how he was in the cartoon. In the cartoon, the visor had three, I don't know what you call these. The visor had three layers to it, pretty much, you could say, from where Snake Eyes could look through. Plus, he had like a little tiny like mustache slits for breathing, or for his nose. I guess I believe they were like underneath here by his nose. So I guess those were there for him to breathe through. So yeah, that's not again, the mask. This mask, or this is more of a helmet, not a mask. Is not totally accurate to the Sunbow look as well, but I tried to get a close approximation to it. So there were some touch-ups along the way because of the flaking of the paint. But for the most part, I think I have it where I can move the parts around. And although I'm gonna get some rubbing on some areas, you know, I've pretty much eliminated some of the parts where it's gonna flake off. Right, you're gonna see some like white spots for where it's hitting, like right here. Yeah, right there, from where it's catching. So eventually that's gonna wear off, but again, I'm not gonna play with the figure so much that I'm gonna pose it around too much, and have the paint wear off. So again, just to catch some of that detail, that's the pouches and the grenades, and he also got some pouches down here by his ankles. All of these were painted gray. Excuse me. All of these were painted gray with a black wash on top. Also, I am going against using the backpack. I have the backpack right here. I didn't even go and do anything on the backpack because it's not a look that I'm going for. It's the same with the other one. Actually, for comparison, if you want, here is the backpack from the other one that's still all black, and you can see I have wrapped around the strap with the grenades around the backpack. Right. Don't worry, you can heat this up and then it'll remold to its original form. But for comparison, just so you can see how it looked before. Okay. And then another thing that obviously that well, again, I don't know what it is that you're looking at, but I super glued the belt right at the buckle, up front only. It's still a little free floating, but it's not running up like on this where it's still, it's free flowing. Right, so I super glued it from the back to the buckle right here that he has. Right, so it's stuck in this position. Obviously, with a lot of force, it will, set itself free. But it will take some paint with it, of course, because it's super glued just from the back. Just a little dab, not a lot, just to keep it held in place. So you can see I also painted some of those. Pouches that he's got. Excuse me if you're hearing my dogs barking. As always, they always bark when I'm recording. And the other thing that I did on the weapons is the sword. So the sword, the Arashikage sword, I don't know what it's called. I painted it chrome using the Molotov chrome pen. Again, for comparison, this is the original. It's all black. So I only painted the blade. Right. Sorry. I was debating, should I paint it silver? Should I paint it chrome? And I guess I wore off some of the paint. Because the thing is, or I didn't paint this part correctly. You can see there's like some black marks there. But the other day I was testing the paint to see if it was cured. So I don't know if I rubbed some of it off. I can just go over that and repaint that. I was debating how I was gonna paint this, and I thought, okay, let's just go with the chrome look. I also painted the knife, but I haven't put it in the sheath. I have it here next to me. So again, this paint takes a lot of time to cure, so that's why I haven't put it in the sheath. The sword, obviously, I haven't put it in the sheath either. It's I'm pretty sure if I put it in there, although this one was pretty loose in its on its sheath, it was pretty loose. So if I would put this in there, it may just be a nice fit with the added layer of paint. But I'm sorry, with the added layer of paint. But I'm just gonna wait a few more days to let the paint completely cure, and then I'm gonna test it and see how it goes. I don't have a lot of the Molotov chrome pen. I don't know how much more paint it has in there, so I would need to get a second just to make sure. But just to repaint that little spot that I missed. I hadn't noticed. I thought, because again, the way it hits the light and the reflex, I couldn't really tell that I missed a spot there at the bottom. But yeah, other than that, the custom again is pretty simple. Everything moves. Just the part here on the neck where the collar meets the neck, you can see there's already some rub there. There is some rub there, so eventually that's gonna wear off. If I were to move the neck piece too much, right? You can see right there. So that's why I only just try and move the figure from the head. But everything else, it's fully painted. Areas are gonna rub off, especially here around the hip. I believe on one of these, the paint was also, clash. There you go. You can see like a white spot right in the reflective part, right there. So yeah, it's again, I'm trying to test out different bases for the as a primer. I found some other paints that I'm testing out to see durability. So just for these specific areas where joints and areas of rubbing, right? Just test out resistance. Also the gun. This gun I painted. This one I'm gonna keep in its holster, so I kept it all black. But this one, this machine gun that he has, I did repaint in with some gunmetal. It's actually a paint that I mixed myself. It's a combination of acrylic aluminum color paint and black ink. So I was experimenting with using acrylic ink to thin out paints. Because of course those inks are made of water, and also they already have the pigmentation. So when you're thinning out your paints, it's the added pigmentation from the ink in combination with the its consistency. It already thins out the acrylic paint, right? So for metallics, that's what I've been using, testing out also. I think they came out great, the gunmetal color. So yeah, all in all, it's fun to have this version of Snake Eyes. It's the version that oh, also I don't have the the strap attached to through the peg hole on the back on this back. It sets in a weird position, right? And it kept bugging me, so I just have it set up underneath the sheath of the sword, and it rests more naturally across his chest this way. If you were to plug it on the back, that's why I even removed it from this guy, because it was bothering me so much. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this guy. It's a nice simple custom if you were going to try and do your own, right? I don't know. I brought down the Marvel Legends Deadpool just for comparison from the second movie, the 2-pack that came with Negasonic Teenage Warhead. So some of the weapons can be interchanged, I guess, between these two guys, but just for comparison. So yeah, that's pretty much it on this video. It was a like I said, it's fun to, it's cool to have this version of Snake Eyes now. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Hasbro is going to, and then I'm pretty sure in a couple of weeks, Hasbro is going to announce the last of the retro line, and I'm pretty sure this guy is gonna be on there. So with probably more accurate costume. I don't believe they're gonna reuse this body for that version. Hopefully, right? I hope they stay in a more traditional look, just like they did for the Storm Shadow. So yeah, hopefully Hasbro comes through. And with that, I'll just end this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. yeah, I'll check you guys out on the next one.